still
Sweden
yet to
versus
settle, and we've seen
Norway.
some-
I'm rooting for Sweden, chat.
A long time.
I'm rooting for Sweden. Come on, Sweden.
Norway is looking like they're playing something kind of interesting here. Like this is a little bit of a hybrid. This looks like kind of the Saudi Arabia comp, actually.
Only got the icicle.
So they're running the Tracer Sombra, and the other team is running the May Echo.
So Kevster's so
Both
good. You're
teams are
actively
running a
rooting
Ritz
against
sub.
him. That's
Yeah,
not
well,
cool,
no,
man.
it's more so I just want to see the Oni God come back.
Yeah,
That
both
seems
teams are
like
running
the-
different supports.
Oh, there it is!
Oh my god!
I've willed it into existence, Hex. That's it. That's a peak. But yeah, it's pretty much the only way Norway was going to win the fight.
As someone who plays like 95% Tracer, icicles are the worst thing that's ever been added in this game.
True.
I hate it so much.
Icicle one taps are dumb.
I don't normally predict to be like, man, I hope this player does this, but in this case, I did. It worked out, and I'm good.
Well, I mean, that's a really nice start for Norway to be in control of this, especially when you're going to opt for the kind of the Echo Mercy style, where you're kind of going to be squatted up, where your Echo Mercy is going to be alone-ish. To have control of the point is really important.
Kevster now.
Kevster's playing a little scared now because he got one type, chat.
Right now,
he got told. He basically got fucking slapped. Now he's playing. Oh, no, he's in there. He's in there. He's out.
Though goes down. Bolshevik finds his counterpart. 93% to Kevster the pulse bomb. Here we go. Psycho over and in off the duplicate, and Sweden just good poke here. Nothing too.
Wait, he had an echo. Oh, okay, never mind.
No, and the duplicate comes in late, doesn't get anything done, so Sweden will be able to take that one back. And yeah, I mean, this is just the Sombra Tracer makes a ton of sense, just because that's what the league's meta was for quite a while. So it just seems like if Sparker and Kevster are going to come in after playing mostly in the league, like they just would be like what they're most comfortable with. So yeah, it's, as long as they have the comms going, like it can be a devastating combination.
Kevster now in the back. The threat here, not so much a poke, but the pulse
Chat,
bomb.
does he land his pulse bomb? Yay or nay?
Now going around the other end.
Pulse bomb that may.
Coming out from Oni God. Nope, pulse bomb not going to do too much. JP able to find Locious, and Norway playing very well around their Nay, around their tanks right now. Very close to getting the reflip, unless Sweden can get.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If these are the pulse bombs from Overwatch League players and World Cup players,
the other end, it doesn't matter.
why the fuck am I not in them?
Yeah, it looks really nice, and I mean, kind of one of the byproducts of playing against a Sombra Tracer is that your team is going to stay a little bit closer together. So when they come in for this dive, when they come in for the hacks, it gets very difficult to isolate a target because the peel is already there. You see it even with like the Echo Mercy, is they're never too far away. Now, part of that is that the map is a little bit condensed, but it's been working really well against this kind of hack dive composition that Sweden's trying to run.
EMP comes out real early. Psycho able to get the duplicate off. Oni God though finds the BAP. A quick pick off from Oni God. Backed up the other way. Isaac able to move forward, and the support line of Sweden is just getting demolished right now. Hex, I don't think the DPS can bring this back.
Now, in a
Holy
free MP from
shit.
Psycho there too, duplicating the Sombra.
Norway
able
is
to finish that one off
disgusting.
at 85%. It's going to be rough, because even if they get in here, they're going to have to end up playing against a Blizzard momentarily, so that can just really lock down the point entirely. They're going to have to try to sneak a Sombra in here, just get a touch.
That was a bad ball, but...
Ball just got sent up by Oni God, who's been playing very consistent here. You know, again, love to see a veteran player come in, play consistently, gets the BAP! 2 icicles from Oni God showing he still has it.
Another J3 pulse
Sweden
bomb.
now without a whole lot of healing. Kevster not able to find a pickoff. Norway coming in hot, 99 to 54. Salo was able to get Psycho. That's massive pick for the BAP. Locious able to slow it down a little bit. Transcendence in from Sweden. All in on the point. They need to reflip it here and now.
Oh, what a fucking harpoon! Holy shit! I hate that. When I'm playing Tracer and that happens, I hate that.
Isaac just goes to town! This is
I mean,
unreal.
one of the downsides of Sweden's composition is your Tracer and your Sombra are almost never going to be with your team. Like, they're always
way.
gone. So it
We're watching 2 horses go at it.
Extremely vulnerable.
Wait, I should have
Lucio's
probably
not
choose my
ton
words
of
a little
healing
better,
anyway,
but
so you
you guys
see
know what I
Volsic
mean.
getting
The ults.
punished on it too. I mean, if you just look at the pure healing numbers, JP and Mimio are going to have
You guys
so
know what
much
I mean,
more
bro.
sustain on it. So if you're not getting extreme value in controlling the tempo of the game with the Tracer and the Sombra, you're leaving the rest of your squad pretty exposed. And you saw it happen to Lulsish time and time again. He just
Right
got,
here, officer.
bullied out a little bit. So yeah, going to the Winston makes a little bit of
Slaney,
sense
appreciate the
here.
massive
Like, if
prime.
you're gonna
Keegan,
do
appreciate the
this
massive prime.
Tracer
And
Sombra,
Coley,
like, do
appreciate the
the
massive
Tracer
prime.
Sombra. Don't
God damn,
do
chat's
half
popping off with these primers.
Also,
Any primers?
We talked a lot about the DPS of Sweden and also, you know, Welsish and his
Appreciate it, appreciate it. Everyone following the stream as well, I appreciate it.
They're players that, you know, I'm not as familiar with, but you look at the support line, Norway was doing a really good job of punishing the back line of Sweden there, and, you know, I wonder if that might be a little bit of an Achilles heel where, you know, don't worry as much about Kevster, just deal with the supports.
Yeah, let's go, Chip!
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no one to protect the supports, and I mean, look, a Zen Lucio, you're not gonna be able to protect each other anyway unless the Zen is just kind of stomping. Right? You get the boop, but it's just not enough. Not with the sustain line of like a Mei and an Echo Mercy coming after you.
Swans, appreciate the massive prime. Why did someone say, Jay, please don't cheer on Norway, it's my country? Bro, I'm not unlucky, bro. If I cheer for a team, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna win.
Still got away from it.
I'm not bad Pachamari, bro.
Up the outskirts on the Echo. A ground Echo here. Yazan really went to approve of that.
Watch, quote me right now. Norway's winning this. Quote me right now. Norway's winning.
Norway adding on progress at that point. Sparker trying the pressure here in the back. Sparker nearly goes down, just barely translocates in time. Still really low if anyone can catch him. Isaac eats the bio name, gets healed back up. Nano boost ready to go here for Sweden in just a moment. What's turned into a very long fight, but something Norway is okay with, Hex.
I mean, they're in control of the point. Sparker's been trying to get something done on this right side. But
I said I was cheering on Sweden because the other team has JP and he's fake. I want Norway to win.
But Ice Block is
Norway's gonna win. W.
And Onigod, he's just living. Doesn't care about Kevster poking. Kevster has had to really respect the Icicle poke and turn. Psycho finds the Ana.
Oh!
And Sweden
and he put his bubble down too, and he still got the kill. Onigod, bro.
Norway
Jesus.
at 56% to 0. Hex, what is going on?
Well, I mean, the support line for Norway has held their own.
Is
right?
Onigod
so
Overwatch League chat? I don't watch the Overwatch League.
Either of these supports. One, because Mimio gets to stay in the air. Two, because Kiriko is just a great dualist.
Holy
and was
shit,
able
bro!
to win that
You know
last
what?
duel.
You know what I love
And
about
Norway,
this?
like
I
you said,
hope
this, I mean,
some
this is a
players from the
composition that
World
doesn't
Cup
rely on, like,
will get picked up by the
super
Overwatch League because some of these
super
players are fucking
coordination.
cracked, and
Everyone
this is their
hang out
time to
together,
shine.
try
They're
to
playing
feel
in
for
front
each
of
other,
thousands of
and just
people.
hit some shots.
Mimio got caught early, and Onigod doesn't care. Still gonna drop the blue tank. Do we need the Mercy? I'm gonna take down your Zen. Still, though, I think a little ambitious, and yet still enough to make Kevster burn the pulse bomb in seemingly one fight. But Sweden now Hex finally on the board.
Oh. Yeah, that tells you how much I stream Overwatch League or watch Overwatch League.
Probably going to try to use that.
Now, if I could co-stream Overwatch League, wow, that would be a big difference because I would actually watch it with chat. But
Sweden in a good spot though. If I'm Sweden, I really want to try to initiate this early on with Sparker if I can. Try to get a fight with just an EMP.
I mean, I think that's a play here. Be as efficient as possible, and as I said,
the
Welsish,
X
the
Overwatch
follow
League,
through on the, Kevster pushed that 8% of the way. Welsish just smacked the rest. Sweden looking very, very healthy.
that was a
right
good
now.
dive. That was a good dive by Sweden. That was really good.
Sweden, and something they needed
Kevster
to
is
get
fucking
back
cleaning
into
it
this.
up too.
They
God
need,
damn, dude.
2 more of those.
And that primal from
Lol
Shish was
I
good.
think Sweden just can't be playing passive here now that you're in control. Like, you can't be playing passive on this
Genesis
composition
7, appreciate
anyway.
massive,
It just doesn't work
or Genesis
that way.
Even, appreciate massive prime
You
sub.
don't want to let Norway go get set up on the point because the map editor in May is going to be able to cut off half of the dive paths for you. So I would like to see Sweden stay aggressive here. Yeah,
The whole house just shook because of the fucking thunder and lightning.
I mean,
A
you
thunder.
lose the Mercy immediately, essentially for free in
Holy
that
fuck.
situation. The rest of your push, I mean, you know, there's part of you that should almost wonder, is it time to jump off the ledge here and go for the reset? Psycho, though, is able to get Sparker, so,
trade.
you know, Norway, they don't really like giving away fights for free here, and that might pay off. Kevster in the back here has the pulse bomb, probably willing to
Stick it,
invest
stick it,
now.
stick it, stick it.
Waits out the Orisa ultimate,
Nice,
goes forward, goes for the
that's
stick,
a
not playing
J3.
around. Easy stick, one and done. 82% now for Sweden, and
Oh, nice tracking, but
Norway took a
ooh,
kill here. Psycho gets
still
2.
got the Mercy.
And it's sort of paying off here, Hex. They've gone on to point. They're close to a reflip. Kevster goes down. And this scrappiness from Norway, really unexpected so far.
Yeah, they're going to stick in it too, and if they can stay alive long enough to get both the Mercy and the Mei in here, they should be able to lock it out, like, rather easily, and they will do just that. The sustain on the point is really good as Isaac stays alive, and now it's going to be very difficult for Sweden to come in.
Well, Sweden
have
have
a
done the
primal,
first
though.
They touched the point, and yeah, Walsish should be able to get primal here. 99%. Where they go. Onigod, though, drops the Blizzard offensively. Gets rid of the Lucio. Again, Onigod targeted the sports of the Blizzard. Kevster's down. Kevster caught a Kiriko hit, and that could be it. Psycho mopping up the rest. And oh my goodness, Hex, I did not expect this coming on in. Norway
what
defying
a fucking
expectations.
first
They
map,
take map
bro.
one away from Sweden.
What a fucking
JP
first
got
map! I
Kevster
told
as
you,
many
let's
times
go
as Kevster got
Norway!
JP, which is totally fine.
It's sometimes it's memed on, but there is something to be said for the fact that May can give a good tracer fits at times. You can't play exactly how you'd want to play in some cases because you have to respect the one shot. You know, anything to get in Kevster's head is good.
Yeah, so Norway is going to run pretty much what they ran on
back to this.
Lijiang Tower here. Almost exactly. Different tanks set up here from Isaac, trying to get more brawly.
Oh, Sparker caught early. Isaac also a standout right now at the tank play. Really good
Holy
contribution
shit,
so far.
Psycho is
Vulture gets the Zen,
disgusting!
and Sweden is folding. This point already might be over, Hexes. Sweden
No
has to
one's
back
shooting
out
at the Echo or
and
looking
pray
at
to get
him.
a
This guy's
retest, which
good.
Right now doesn't even look that likely.
Yeah, falling apart like cheap furniture, which is apropos, I think, right now.
Falling
Sweden
apart like cheap
just
furniture,
absolutely
bro.
crumbling. They lost one, they lost two, and then that was it. Lalsa tries to get out, is unable to do so, but I kind of want to see where that kill from Isaac came from early on to be able to get Sparker like that. Maybe hit a knife. I didn't exactly see it, but
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It was a blink and you miss it type moment, but Norway right now, that's one thing they're not doing. Missing everything. Going well for them right now, just flipping the script of what people thought this match would be. And now, Norway just looking for the setup here. Meanwhile, Walsish on the Winston in the back.
I mean, it's kind of gutsy for Psycho to be running Echo into Sparker's Ash.
Yeah.
Kind of respect it.
It's kind of a shoot me, you won't moment that's going on right now. It's just like, do it. I dare you. But Walsish right now back over onto the payload, going to play a little bit more grounded rather than drop down. Onigod got Sparker in the middle of that.
That opens things up for
Yo,
Psycho too.
Onigod is literally carrying right now.
There's no anti-air anymore. Oh man. Also, Onigod can just entirely focus on Kevster now and just keep Kevster back. Psycho.
Onigod is...
Walsish can't get away. Onigod.
Bro, I'm sorry, but what the fuck is Sweden doing? They have a good team on paper, but what are they doing?
It has not stopped. 4 minutes and 20 seconds for Norway. The pressure unrelenting.
Wait, 420?
Sweden,
Nice.
the crumble as Sile goes down. Ultimate's going to be invested here by Norway. They use the duplicate. The Valkyries in progress. Lalshish trying to do anything.
Oh, he didn't hit anyone with that old Isaac. Come on, man.
Isaac able to finish off the Ana. Lalshish is down. Hex, it's still happening.
I mean, it's like Kevster's there, but for not
5.5 minutes for third fucking phase, bro.
With like the Junker Queen and like the command and shout will come in and they've just been chasing
on this
train,
dude.
It's been kind of crazy. And then when their target goes away or goes on a high ground or something like that, then it's Psycho up top trying to just get nuts with it. A really quick preemptive switch though, as Lalsish goes onto the Orisa, which is obviously a nice counter to the Junker Queen, and so Isaac just plays rock paper scissors and goes to the Zarya, which is a nice counter to the Orisa.
Always on point. Kevster getting hunted right now by the May of all things, even on the Echo. Blizzard coming down here from Onigod, forcing things back a bit. Sparker got caught again. Sparker's been having a tough day here.
Psycho, bro.
Psycho goes, I'll kill your robot too. I don't care. Gets rid of the bomb as Norway, the payload just doesn't stop. It does not stop.
Yeah, Sparker has just been living in spawn. It
100 energy.
Really tough
this man
for
had
him to get anything done. Sweden's been bullied back here. This is a spot where you can hold on defense.
I mean,
they need to like get a nano or something like nano Kevster and just hope to win a team fight. They haven't won a team fight yet.
Yeah, Sweden also Sparker's gone to the desperation Hanzo here of please, guide my arrows. Let they hit something. We need anything right now and. Actually, not too bad damage there at the aid of Kevster. Like, that is what they needed for Sweden. They get Isaac out of the fight. The problem is they don't deny the res. Mimio's able to get away cleanly. And Norway, the pressure's still on coming. Duplicate comes on out. Walshish getting pushed back. Has the nano, so is able to withstand to an extent. Sparker, though, lands the arrow. Finds Isaac. And the Hanzo coming
You know what's
online.
actually really crazy? I'm surprised
the
Sweden doesn't
pressure
go a
from
hit scan
Norway, they don't back out,
for
Hex. They just
Psycho,
keep
because
the fight
Psycho's
going.
literally popping.
Well, Sparker does have a really, really good Hanzo. We've seen it time and again, so it's a really nice pick, especially with the sight lines here. And also the anti-nades have been pretty clutch coming in from Sweden. So they were able to anti-Isaac, get Isaac down low, and then the combination of Sparker and Kevster able to finish that off. So gonna have a dragon.
Norway
have
has a
Duke
girl on
here.
their team, and they
God.
have JP, so they win. Wait,
A little projectile versus projectile.
Mimio
Gets
is
arrow versus ice.
W, bro.
Just not as cold, Sparker.
That's what I like to fucking see. Yo, more.
Drops back, drops the dragon. Norway eats a lot of damage from that, able to get away. Meanwhile, Onigod uses the Blizzard, zones Sweden out from really
More women in the Overwatch World Cup. W.
Duplicate in progress. Zarya beats Zarya, builds the grab, and just full commits the follow-throughs. There, he's his own follow-through on Echo after the duplicate fades. Kevster had enough.
Well, Echo's combined for 5 kills in a row, and now it's getting really, really scrappy towards the end here, but it seems that Sweden will hold on. The rough thing for Norway during that last engage, well, maybe this heals up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he might have died, but...
Wait, what? He lived?
Yeah.
I thought he
caused
DC'd.
a little bit of pain.
Well, I was going to say, it was really rough for Norway because they committed so many ultimates and got absolutely nothing out of it. But now Sweden is kind of helping them out a little bit by throwing ultimates of their own in towards the end. Norway has made another switch as Isaac's going to go to Sigma. I mean, this has just been a tank rock, paper, scissors back and forth. Lulsish on the Winston. Now we've seen Sigma. We've seen 6 different tanks here so far.
All right, Kitsune rush out here from Norway, looking to put it away. Heavy pressure on the Lulsish and Sile. Look at Sile. Sile's so low right now. I think was just barely able to squeak away from the pressure, but Kevster falls as a result. The supports and the back out. Kevster falls. Norway cleaning up Sweden, and they're going to finish out Blizzard World here with a very respectable.
Bro.
Yeah, 90 seconds left to finish up Blizzard World is very, very clutch. That is enormous. I mean, we talked about it going into our second game.
81%, by the way. 81% for Sweden.
Going down here would be absolutely have enormous implications for Group B. And Norway putting some people on watch. I mean, I can't say enough about pretty much every single one of these players. The best player in the server has almost been Psycho. It's been kind of crazy.
A little bit unexpected, to say the least, but it's a good type of unexpected. I mean, look, I feel bad for all the fans of Sweden that looked into this like, this is our year, this is great, and it's not that Sweden can't bounce back.
Sweden
right? Like,
said, this is our year, this looks great.
But if they play like this versus Saudi Arabia or Finland, they will get knocked out if they're not able to turn this match.
No, they're probably having a bad day, bro. I don't know.
This has been a little bit of whiplash in terms of expectations meet reality. It's
yeah, Sweden and Saudi Arabia going 0-1 to start it off would be a little bit bonkers.
Yeah,
bro, I actually feel bad for Sweden,
again,
man.
As I said at the beginning of the setup here, where we talked about what team was favored on paper, there's a reason why you play the game. You got to play the game, and this is why, because all the hype in the world doesn't always match what the reality is when one team plays another.
Yo,
and,
ZP is actually spitting some facts right now, bro.
Yeah, Sweden gonna come out, take a couple of pot shots here early. I don't know how long Kevster is gonna stay on this Widow. About 3 seconds. Makes sense.
3 seconds is a long time.
That might be the expected time to stem Widow right now, till players get a little bit more comfortable with the changes. But Sweden, they need to get point A quickly here, Hex. This is, a minute 30 time bank is not easy to make up on Blizzard World. And step number 1 here, Kevster has to become Kevster, the Kevster of hype, and not just, struggle
Come
with
on, Kevster. You have a lot riding on this game right now. A lot of people are cheering for Kevster and pop off and win.
Kind of struggling to find a target. You don't really want to go after the Echo that's got a pocket.
Norway is looking really fucking strong right now.
Going after Junker Queen as Tracer is, what's the point? It's just been very difficult to find an isolated target for Kevster.
And Sweden, I mean, this offense here, Hex, it's slow right now. It's slow because they're hoping Sparker, please get an arrow, or Kevster, get an isolation. Maybe they wait for the pulse bomb, but Sweden is wholly dependent on that to kickstart their offense right now. Norway is just defending all the poke attempts super, super well. Now, heavy focus on the Lulsish, but there it is. Sparker finds Onigod, the opening they needed.
There
the
you go.
there.
Wait a minute.
The bomb onto Isaac, though, very big from Kevster. This gives Sweden the advantage they're looking for.
Yeah, okay, Sweden's waking up, chat. Sweden's waking up.
Resurrected May.
Yeah, I mean, you see the moment that Junker Queen goes down that they can't hold that corner anymore, and that's when Sparker just jumps in. And
it
then
ain't over till
May
it's over.
has to step
It's not
up as
over
the
till it's over.
tank to try to like hold some angles, hold some corners because the Junker Queen's down, and just holds a whole quiver of arrows with her face instead. So yeah, Sweden's going to be able to crack that one open, and I think I saw some nice ultimates coming up here as well.
All right, Sparker right now going fishing. If there's ever a time to just have a fishing skin for Hanzo, it is. It's like, what are you doing out here? I'm out on the top of the building, just hoping I hit something. And oh, right now that is what Sparker's doing. Any one of these arrows could be lethal. Meanwhile, Norway just standard poke back and forth right now.
Yeah, let's go, Chip!
Yeah, I mean, it's just everyone's got ults happening right now. I would like Sweden to.
Okay, let's see who's gonna win the ult trade-off, chat. Everyone has fucking ults.
Just kind of as 5.
Both teams have 4 ults.
To, like,
almost 5
Sweden
ults.
being able to dive in on it. Force out some ultimates. Isaac's down again first, though.
Yeah, it was also a pretty well-timed Transcendence there from Sile. Like, right as Norway came in, the Transcendence came out. There wasn't much to be done. Sparker lands the arrow immediately. And, I think the change in momentum we're seeing here, in part, is that Sparker Hanzo good, as it turns out. Sparker
holy shit, the peel to save their... Oh, he still died, I think. Did he?
Tries to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, the peel to save that Ana was insane,
they're
though.
just too far behind in the fight here, Hex.
Yeah, I mean, the Blizzards have not gotten value, like, probably the last 2 or 3 of them from Onigod. That needs to be cleaned up a little bit, because it's such a high-value ultimate, for the most part, should be winning you fights. Onigod has had enough of the Mei, and going to switch over to the Ashe, which makes sense because, like,
Regulator, appreciate the massive 3 months, and Ray, appreciate the massive 35 months.
Also, like, someone needs to be able to deal with Sparker.
You're almost at 3 years, holy shit.
You don't necessarily want to fly your Echo right into the Hanzo, so...
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, it makes sense, the swap that they've done here, and Onigod right now...
I do like the Ashe pick. The Ashe pick is actually really cool.
Looking for a little bit more damage, but here's the thing, of going to the Ashe...
Especially when you have a Mercy on your team.
To do more, like... Kevster can be a lot more aggro. Sile finds Psycho. I think Psycho went for the dive this time. Doesn't quite go as well.
I love the Ashe. I love the Ashe. Get all that damage out, bro.
Online. Kevster finds JP. And, Onigod's landing some shots here, but hasn't really been in a spot to do anything lethal as his team is just kind of dying underneath him.
Oh, no, chat.
And
4 minutes. 4 minutes for Sweden, though.
The hero that he's best on right now. Like, the Hanzo has gotten so much value for this team as far as cleaning people
Ashe
up,
is not
getting
mid. Hanzo, I would not say Ashe is mid. Hanzo's better. If Onigod is landing his shots like he was right there, he just needs to be a little bit more aggressive, and he could have gotten both supports.
I think it goes back to, like, the very early
I think he's a little scared of dying.
where he just got rocked, like, 3 times in a row. Like...
look, sometimes, we talk about comfort heroes, especially in Overwatch World Cup. This is a comfort hero for Sparker, and, it shows. Meanwhile, Kevster, you can see how much more aggressive Kevster is able to be right now with the swap. Like, you see Kevster applying a lot more pressure. Psycho goes down. Pulse bombs, ready to go here from Kevster. Psycho goes back up, waiting. Just no respect to Onigod.
Still works.
Still works. Gets rid of him. And now Sweden hitting their groove. They drop the Transcendence in response to the bomb. Moving on forward. Isaac still trying to delay on point, but Sweden way more pressure on the point right now. They're going to go, okay, we'll go for Isaac. We'll force the bomb out. Are they going to be able to punish before he gets back in the back? No, not quite. But Kevster, nowhere near the same amount of fury.
No, and Sile has actually held his own, like, their last 3 fights against Psycho. And because Psycho has had to dive the backline, can't stay at mid-range and try to fight the Hanzo, whereas, like, the Ashe seemed like a little bit more reasonable for him to dive on, because it's, like, just Storm Arrow is really, really good, and it kind of negates a dive on.
Isaac goes down early, and also Kevster has the Tracer Mirror now. Again, even if Kevster had a slow start, you've got to like this change in comps for Sweden. It plays way more to their strengths here so far. Norway's off their game. Sparker just rips Mercy out of the sky with the aid of Welshish, and Sweden finding their groove.
Wait a minute, Sweden is waking up, bro. Sweden is waking up.
With the setup of team comp swaps. What a change
do they have a touch? They have an Echo. The Echo doesn't have ult, though. They have both supports.
Of Sweden. It look completely different right now, and it's just like kind of the duelist nature, because Onigod doesn't really want to go one-on-one.
I didn't know I was playing in the match.
So he's trying to pick on the backline, but the backline is picking on him.
Okay, this is a good match, chat. This is a good match. This is a good match.
Yeah, absolutely. Sweden just needed to warm up.
Both time banks are pretty even. That was a good fucking match by Sweden. It looked like Sweden was getting rolled this whole time, but it looks like they woke up.
Think about what changed here. Norway was able to get away with the May comp throughout all of map 1 and the beginning here of map 2. And it had this impact of keeping Kevster in check and putting Sparker in a, well, okay, Sparker has to beat you situation. Sparker ends up rolling through multiple different heroes, finally lands on Hanzo, and everything seems to open up for Sweden. I think it also, like, ended up relieving some pressure on Sile. Sile's not going down first every fight, and also maybe Sile just needed to warm up. So it's just been this huge tempo change where the support line of Sweden is living longer. Sparker is contributing. Kevster isn't under anywhere near the same amount of pressure. It's a completely different game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really helped the support line too. Like I said, Psycho found very little there. Tried to go after the support line a couple times, but unable to do so. A lot of that's because Sparkers, they will play a little closer to them. And yeah, just a completely different game. And it seems like Sweden has found the composition that they want to go with. I was really worried about the Zenyatta for a while. It seemed like it wasn't getting a ton of value and kind of just getting picked off. But watching Sile just,
I'm glad that Sweden is like changing up their comp a little bit.
Psycho diving in on an Echo with a pocket is really impressive.
Or how their play
Norway's
style.
going with the same offense they did before, but again, key difference. This time, Sparker starting on the Hanzo. So we'll see if Psycho is able to do what he did before, where Psycho was heavily going after Sparker, heavily going after Sile, but he's been challenged a lot more now, Hex.
Yeah, and also there's a lot of times where they're getting discorded too, right? So like Psycho is getting marked in the sky immediately. That's brutal. Isaac is anti too. Wow. Just stays alive.
Holy shit, that Mercy movement is just insane.
You haven't done anywhere near enough damage. Sweden is healthy. Just wait for Onigod to come back up. You do get the res, so you don't have to go for the full engage. Sparker gets low! Sparker was able to take down Isaac. Doesn't fall to Psycho. If Psycho just landed a little bit more damage, Isaac would be alive, but it's that thin margin. Let Sweden hold it off. And Norway, only 30 seconds here, Hex. They don't have much time, period.
It's a gutsy peek at 33 HP right there, because he gets stickied, and he peeks around the corner and takes one of those try shots, then that's just death. But instead ends up taking away the tank.
I think he was discorded as well, Chad. That's why.
And that's it. There's no else way to say that. That's just bravery.
Pure bravery. It's like, I'm gonna hit this. But Sweden now, Walshish getting kind of low in the poke game here. Not really close to a primal either, so Walshish has to be careful. The tank pressure, very methodical here from Norway. But the nano boost is up. Also gotta go to here. Sparker healed right on over. Nano comes on out. Well, Walshish and now Sparker here in the back. Waiting, has the dragon, has a demon in his face. Sparker's gonna fall as well as half of Sweden at the same time.
Norway, I thought they were gonna get full held. I'm gonna be honest with you.
The Kitsune. So Norway spending some money for it, but
I thought Norway was gonna get full held.
Get it on the Bonnie, but a big overtime push could be in the cards.
But I think Sweden's gonna get the next hold because Sweden's gonna have 4 ults. Norway's only gonna have what, 2? I think they're gonna lose the ults, chat. Sweden's just saving all their ults for the last fight.
To get the dragon down early is because the rotation of Isaac onto the D.Va was really helpful. D.Va to take away some high ground and to put some pressure on.
Which I think is a good play. At least Norway used ults and capped first. That's the biggest. You're getting cart time. You're getting cart movement. That's the biggest thing that you can do. That's a W.
Norway's better when they're kind of sticking close together as a squad.
I'm looking at the pulse bombs right now between Kevster and Onigod. Easily could set the tone here. Onigod hanging on to the pulse. Isaac down early, a huge value dragon, and they get forced off the point. Once more deprived of the big overtime push, but Sweden is awake now.
He dragging card and it got 2. I don't think that was a C9.
But
I think Kevster could have probably touched, or whoever the tracer was, Kevster.
Winnable, and it could be yet another map 3 in our first 2 series.
They dragging the point though and got
really
the C9, got 2 kills. Storm,
Yeah,
Real Storm, appreciate the massive 1 year.
watch.
Prez Panda, appreciate the massive Prime, and Bruno, appreciate the massive 200 bits, my friend.
Sweden just kind of came alive. Norway, like a nice response too. Like this has been so back and forth, and especially like the tank battles. We've seen so many different tanks played already, and what's amazing to me is like that Isaac will switch just based on like not even having a battle.
My bad. I didn't know where Oni was. I think we were watching Kepster. My bad.
This like, it's just been this rock paper scissors. Yeah, it's been really fun to watch. So Sweden not going to switch anything up here. Norway not going to switch anything up either. They both kind of settled into this groove of what they want to run.
Yeah, and again, I just feel like the fact that Sparker and Hanzo has now like caused enough ripple effects that Onigod cannot play the Mei and is on Tracer. If this were a chess match, it almost feels like checkmate because this is so much more favorable to Sweden and what they're good at. And, you know, the only way forward, I feel like, for Norway here is that, you know, you got to find that extra level from Onigod on Tracer, but that's hard when your mirror is literally one of the very best Tracer players in the game. So, we'll see.
Wait, I'm not in the game right now. What?
Absolutely. So Sparker wants to take this right here, and then you just start firing logs in. This is exactly how their last push went.
Yeah, and for Sparker, you have your confidence back, and then some. Taking a look to the right, something a little bit more squishy. You could get Onigod, of course, it would be huge. Now turning to the side, looking for JP in the back. Lulshish, again, getting focused, but that's the other adjustment, too. Lulshish was dying early. Now Lulshish is shaking the pressures. Onigod, though, got Sile early. Big pickup for Onigod. If he could get away, under pressure by Sparker, has to go for the rewind. Still under pressure in the back. Sparker looking, waiting. Gonna get forced back just a bit. Psycho, though, goes down. Kevster was able to find him. Both Tracers playing scrappy and in each other's
Damn, almost got Onigod.
Barely shakes death. Kevster is looking for him, but right now, both teams trying back and forth. 39 seconds left for Sweden's attack.
Well, they need to be able to get on this high ground here. Right now, Lulsish is kind of just baiting it, kind of doing like the quasi
almost
jump,
got that one
jump.
clip on Kevster.
Nice little Tracer battle in the
I think Onigod's in trouble. No, he's safe. He's safe.
Abilities.
Yeah, Onigod needs cooldowns badly. Pulse Bomb, though, built up. Both Tracers ready to throw it out. Pulse Bomb for Onigod. No, does not connect. Meanwhile, Sparker finds Psycho. That is a huge shift in power. Sparker grabs another.
What a play, bro. What a play.
This point is going to Sweden, and
Holy
Norway
shit.
gets one fight left to try to prevent the map 3.
Yeah, and I think like just Psycho is just getting
you guys got to spam
this Discord
the 4 capital O's, chat. That's what you guys got to spam at plays like that, bro.
Kevster is just an illusion of blinks and recalls. Lulsish is living the bubble, and you know he's been trying to get to the back line.
Teaching you guys how to Twitch chat.
There, I'm sorry, but like Sile and you know the support line has been doing a really good job. Psycho has gotten very little value in the last 10 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, Psycho, his tendencies have perhaps been figured out.
Oh, another big dragon.
In the deck load may be complete. Dragon, though, going through the middle.
He hit 3
Rampage
people.
in from Isaac. Yeah, that's a nice Rampage.
He hit 3 people, but they beat
after
it.
Everyone got hit by the beat. Psycho,
is there going to be a map 3, chat? Is there going to be a map 3? It doesn't look like it. It looks like Norway's going to fucking win it. It's coming down.
Norway
it's coming down.
A little bit more from this here so far. Sweden looking awfully low. I don't know where Kevster is, but he's not healthy. In the
it looks like Norway's going to fucking win.
Not going to have an overtime. Ticks down, and that's it. Norway
just
holds
like
off
that.
Sweden.
2-0.
Sweden had figured it out.